Hi everyone, welcome back to another gameplay of BTD6. So finally the patch notes 11.0 after 2 months and a half pretty much of no changes to the game. Now a huge patch notes, so I'm gonna cover them, the general aspects, and then going into the more specific changes and balances to the game. So new features, co-op, new maps have been added. One is going to be an advanced map, and then Park Path, a beginner map coming down from BTD5. New hero skin, DJ Benjamin, and then fireworks theme and collection event. So I have the game here, and you can see right here the firework theme with the event up here. It's very similar to the Easter egg event, just you're gonna have fireworks instead of the eggs, and therefore depending on the map that you're completing and the difficulty, you gain more in this case fireworks. So the easier the difficulty, the less fireworks you get. Then the two new maps here, Park Path, so from BTD5, so just one path in this map. The balloons are gonna come from the top side here, and then they're gonna just follow the path, and then they're gonna leak. You have also a little bit of water, so you can place water tower as well. And then the other map instead is cargo, this one right here, that I'm gonna show you the map, how it works. So the balloons in this map instead are gonna come from the left side, so the path is not very long. You can place towers in this small gray area, okay? You cannot place towers on top of these trucks and on top of the boats, so you can't. Of course, you have all the water that you can place water towers if you want, but the boats and also the trucks are going to actually block your line of sight. So, yeah, just saying that. Then, okay, I don't know why the submarine here is in gray. You can see that the submarine is in gray. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but yeah, that's pretty much the map. So you have also this area up here. Of course, if you place towers that have a longer range, the trucks are gonna just block almost completely your line of sight. There are some spots where you can attack through, but then it's almost, I think, a complete no line of sight. And yeah, that's the new map. Then the new skin to Benjamin, I'm gonna just show you here. I already got it. It's this one. It's gonna cost 2.5k a monkey money. So it's this one right here. So it's pretty cool. And yeah, and then co-op, of course. Now you can either do a quick match, and you're gonna face most likely another person online, or you can either create a match and you can send the code, and whoever has the code can join your match. So you can also invite your friends or share the code through social media and so on. And those are the new things. So here are some also changes to races, free play, and also another changing positioning. So this is quite important, because now positioning towers has been improved. Now it's more precise. So the towers are gonna sit closer to the cursor or the finger to provide a more precise, smooth experience. And that means that you could already tell how it has been changed, but now even with the mouse you can be more precise. So look here, if I move the mouse slowly, you can see that the tower does not move smoothly. It moves like it has like it's moving a little bit by itself, and that's the placement. So now you can have a lot more of precision in placing the towers, and I think that's overall it's a very nice thing to have. Now here there are some specific on co-op. I'm not gonna cover that. Now some general changes and bug fixes. Now there are some things here that are worth mentioning. Well, first of all, here resolve an issue with blowback and distraction that could cause the Bloons to become untargetable, and that was very annoying, especially when you were trying to get the, I'm gonna just get here sandbox with the druid, the sandstorm. Most of the times you couldn't, like, the rounds were delayed by a ton because of the fact that the blowing back of the Bloons made them untargetable. So the Bloons were like blown back continually, and the towers were not attacking them as they were being blown back, and that was very annoying. So now hopefully they have fixed that. Then I think yeah, I think that's the only thing really, because then here more specifically, I think this one is a very nice thing. So now Mortar's monkey subs, sorry, are gonna start attacking earlier on. So they're gonna attack not anymore when the center pixel of blimps comes into radius, but before. So it's, yeah, it's just better. Now a huge change to the Whizzer is this one right here. Now with the 5th upgrade, so the Whizzer Lord Phoenix, even when the ability is down, you're gonna have now a basic Phoenix active. So it's just better to show you instead of saying it. So with the 4th upgrade, you have the Whizzer that attacks, and then you have the Phoenix. Now when you use the Phoenix, of course you have the Phoenix that is going to attack. In this case, boom, you can see here on a mob, the Phoenix is going to stay a certain amount of time and then it's going to expire. Now with the 5th upgrade, you gain a Phoenix by default, so you have always a Phoenix flying around, and you have the Whizzer. So this is already a lot more of damage. So you do pretty much the same amount of damage, but you have the Phoenix already in the screen. And of course you can replace the Phoenix with the Whizzer Lord Phoenix just by clicking on the activated ability, and this Phoenix of course is going to do a lot more of damage. But the fact that now you have always a basic Phoenix, it's really a huge buff, and definitely worth trying the Whizzer Lord again. Then here some more bugs and stuff like that. So here thankfully they have fixed the Mixodip again. It seemed that it wasn't applying the +1 damage to ceramics and mobs. Now it's gonna do it, and also the Permabrew is gonna correctly apply the bonus damage from Mixodip permanently. So it's not gonna expire anymore. And yeah, that's it, I think, because all the other things are like bug stuff, and yeah, so nothing really worth saying. Now finally the balance changes. Tack Shooter, the Maelstrom abilities are gonna last longer. So the 4th upgrade is gonna last 1 extra second, the 5th upgrade is gonna last 3 extra seconds. And especially the 4th upgrade is not really that expensive, you can afford it, and the fact that it lasts 1 extra second, you can see already a lot more of attacks and a lot more of damage coming out. And also the fact that it's gonna last 1 extra second means that the cooldown is gonna be less. So from when you have not anymore the ability and the cooldown resets is better. Now the 5th upgrade, very cheap as well, is gonna last 3 extra seconds. So look at this now, how long it lasts, like it's crazy, and very nice. So again, a tower that definitely is gonna be worth trying out. Sniper here, bonus damage to any camos that you're gonna hit when you unlock the night vision. So +2 damage with 2 camos hit if you have the night vision upgrade. And then now the elite defender is not gonna anymore have a standard gain attack speed. I think it was like 50%, but it's gonna depend on the percentage of the track that the Bloons have covered. So if the Bloons are halfway through the map, the elite defender is gonna have 50% attack speed. If the Bloons are 3/4 through the map, the elite defender is gonna gain 75% attack speed. So that means that the closer the Bloons are from leaking, the faster the sniper is gonna shoot. And yeah, that was the change. Now highly pilot, just a targeting rework, so lock and place and quattro points now are gonna function similarly to the mortar targeting. And then if you swap and then you collect them again and then you select them again, it will remember the last targeting that you had set, so you don't have to do it over and over again. Now this is huge. To the mortar, the biggest one have received a huge nerf, and instead the other path, the other 5th upgrades have received buffs. Now the biggest one, bonus damage to ceramics and mob class Bloons, has been reduced by 20, so that's a lot. So now you don't deal any extra damage to ceramic and mob class Bloons in the center of the explosion. You can see right here that the 5th upgrade says that it's gonna mash through 20 layers of Bloons, and now saying that the extra damage is 20 means that you pretty much do 20 plus 20 only on mobs and ceramics. But there is this thing that the larger shockwave radius now is gonna deal plus 20 damage to ceramics. Now before it just dealt less damage, I think it was like 10 layers, and now it's gonna do plus 20 to ceramics. So overall, yeah, it's a nerf, but at the same time you gain more ceramic popping power in the external part of the explosion, so I think the overall is not that bad. Then the ability damage has been increased from 2 to 10. Okay. Then the Bloons generation now can remove camo from DDTs even without monkey knowledge. So yeah, this finally was they did it. So finally they put it so that now you can remove it from DDTs, and the price has been reduced. So now the Bloons generation that was already a very nice and strong 5th upgrade, now it's more affordable because it's gonna cost 10k more, 10k less cash. Whizzer changes just to the bottom path because again, as I said, the middle path has been changed. So now the Whizzer, the middle path, with the 5th upgrade, you have the Phoenix flying permanently. Now the 4th upgrade is gonna cost less, and then the 5th upgrade, you gain range, you gain +1 damage to zombies from any other necromancer. So the tower itself with the 5th upgrade, so look here at this range, okay, so that's a huge range. And then all the tower itself and all the other necromancers that you may have, so imagine here you have another one, here you have another one, and so on. All these other necromancers, all those, the zombie Bloons that are going to be produced by those necromancers are going to have +1 damage, and they're going to last 50% more. So that means that the zombie Bloons are going to be able to fly backwards for a lot longer, and so that means that they can also pop more Bloons in this way. So very nice changes also to the Prince of Darkness, so definitely a tower worth trying out now. Now this is also a very nice upgrade to the ninjas, because now you gain the 8% not only attack speed, but you also gain pierce up to 160%. And yeah, so now it's just a super buff actually, because of the fact that already the increase in attack speed was pretty legit, but not only that, now you gain piercing. So whatever tower that you have that has Seek and Shuriken, so the Shurikens are gonna automatically pop the Bloons. If you can increase the piercing of these Shurikens by a ton, means that the Shurikens can automatically seek out and pop like almost unlimited amount of Bloons, or a ton of Bloons. So imagine here a 501 ninja and like 15, well in this case it's a 4th upgrade, but 15 shinobis around it, just buffing the attack speed and now also the piercing. The damage from that ninja is becomes super high. So yeah, that's a very nice buff as well. Now total transformation will no longer allow the transformed monkeys to stack other buffs. I don't really know what that means, because of the fact that I've tried already and the total transformation still works with the with the Super Monkey Fan Club, so you can still gain the extra the stack of the damage of the two abilities if you have them both at the same time. So here, if you have, I'm gonna just spawn a DDT here. So if you have a DDT and you use the Super Monkey activity ability and then you use the total transformation, you're gonna deal a ton of damage still to the Bloons. So I don't really know what that means, but yeah, so maybe alchemist buffs, maybe that is what it means. Now, huge buff as well to the 5th upgrade in the first path of the banana farm. Now has the boxes are gonna worth 4 times more the boxes from the banana research facility. So normally with the banana research facility you get boxes worth 300. So in this case here, see, 300. Now with the 5th upgrade, each of those boxes is gonna be worth 1.2k, so pretty much the 4 times. So it's 6k that you gain in each round, and of course if you have valuable bananas you can increase that by 25%, so you get 1.5k cash in each round, and so that means that the overall cash is 7.5k. And yeah, so I don't know really the math, so I haven't done it, so I don't know if it's better now than the banks. I still think the banks are gonna be unbeatable, are just the best way to get cash, but yeah, definitely now another way that you can get more cash. Supermine's attack rate has been increased. Now this is just a change in the crates production, so now it's gonna produce a maximum of 10 crates, so Monkeyopolis. But each of these crates is gonna produce a scaling amount of cash based on the farms and based on the amount of cash of those farms consumed. Now Quincy, a lot of buffs to Quincy, just buffing. So base projectile speed increased. Level 7, the exploding arrow now is gonna continue to pierce and it's gonna ricochet after the next explosion. Level 10, Arrow Storm, so the activated ability, damage has been increased from 3 to 6. Now it's gonna deal double damage to mob class Bloons, and at level 20 the damage is still increased from 5 to 10. So Quincy just becoming stronger and stronger, so I'm gonna try trying her out. Let's see how strong she is. And this is the thing that really makes me sad about these patch notes. The price of Obin has been increased by 50 cash. Now this means that now you cannot start any more chimps with Obin, and that is a huge thing. The fact that you cannot start chimps anymore with Obin means that you have to find another way to survive the early rounds, and especially on more advanced maps, that can be quite tricky. So I think they have done this, especially thinking about chimps. So now we players are forced to find another way to start chimps gameplays, especially like trying to achieve the black border. And yeah, now also nerf to the Pierce buff to the other magic monkeys, so it has been reduced from 2 to 1, so just 1 extra Pierce. But at level 11 this Pierce is increased from 1 to 3. So that's actually a lot of nerfs to Obin early game, but this actually is a buff to Obin late game, so making magic monkeys past level 11 or more magic monkeys are have more Pierce, 3 more of Pierce, so that's more than the original one. A bunch of buffs and changes as well to Benjamin. So now the level 3 ability, the cooldown is reduced to 30 seconds. Trojan now, the Trojan virus is gonna worth 1 cash for each Bloon tire of Bloon affected by the virus. The bank hack has been increased by 4%, so this is also a lot, 4%. So definitely now the banks are gonna be refilling faster. And so I still think that with this thing, if you're going with Benjamin, banks are gonna still beat the banana farm, the first path upgrade. Now he's level 3. Also at level 13 is gonna gain 2 damage instead of 1. Level 16, the Trojan virus is gonna grant 2 cash for each Bloon tire, and then at level 19, the damage bonus of his level 3 ability is increased to 3. Now another huge change is to Azili. Now you remember that before, wait, do I have Azili here? No, I have Benjamin, right? Yeah. So you remember that before this patch, Azili was very weak early game because of the fact that she applied the curse effect right off, and she had like no piercing, no splash radius, so she was pretty bad until she hit level 4. Now it's completely the opposite. So her level 4 now is what she starts with. So now she's gonna have, wait a second here, I'm gonna just spawn a bunch of Bloons. Now she's gonna start with some splash radius damage. So you can see that one Bloon is gonna be affected by the curse, but she still does the 1 layer damage to the Bloons in the area. So now she's gonna be a lot more valuable early game because of this area damage. And then at level 4, the curse is gonna allow so the curse is gonna apply all the Bloons hit by the splash. So that's the thing, that's the change to Azili. We're just doing the same here as I did before. So a bunch of green Bloons, and now you can see the curse applying to every Bloon, plus the splash radius damage. So now Azili, definitely her early game is gonna be stronger. So probably she could be a hero that you could start using in chimps, because she in chimps costs 650. So definitely worth trying her out. And then just a change to a power, so whatever. So those were the patch notes, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and see ya. Bye bye.